Good morning, everybody. Welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy. Today is Thursday, the 2nd of March 2023, and this is your morning message tarot reading. So we have the moon in Cancer all day long, and it's going to form a trine with the sun, which is in Pisces, so in water signs, water elements, and then it's also going to form a square to first Venus, then Jupiter, and then Chiron, so igniting this upcoming it starts today, series of conjunctions we have going on in Aries, and then the moon is going to sextile Uranus. Also today we have Venus conjunct Jupiter, Mercury conjunct Saturn. So Venus conjunct Jupiter is in Aries, and Mercury conjunct Saturn is at the very end of Aquarius. And after the conjunction, Mercury is going to go ahead of Saturn and actually enter Pisces today. Whew. My God, that was hard work. So what does this mean? Okay, so shining the light of consciousness onto heart healing, and it ignites. There's already a bit of an ignition with the moon the other day of these three planets, but today we've got Venus conjuncting Jupiter. Tomorrow we have Venus conjuncting Chiron, and then over the weekend of the 10th to the 14th of March we've got Jupiter conjuncting Chiron. So we've got this period at the beginning of March, these first 2 weeks, of all this benevolent, healing, loving energy happening. And it's going to start bringing breakthroughs with the sextile to Chiron. We can expect to start, we might fall into chaos first of all, and there could be surprises, things coming out of left field, things coming up from the subconscious we weren't expecting, but ultimately it could be breakdown to breakthrough. And it could start this current of these aspects and conjunctions happening. Venus conjunct Jupiter, benevolence and expansion for love, money, values. If you think about all the wonderful Venetian energies just being amplified by Jupiter. Mercury conjunct Saturn, thinking and contemplating and closing out the energies, which has been the theme for the last week or so, and then expanding into the oceanic Piscean energies, and our thoughts turns into feelings and emotion and spiritual awakenings after that entry into Pisces. So lots going on, lots of nice energy. Let's do some cards and see what the cards have to say for today. So, right, yes. So I thought we're going to have the Thoth deck, the Thoth deck, bit of a tongue twister, and we're going to have the Gaia deck. So let's see what these cards have to say for today. So, what do we need to know for today? Thursday, the 2nd of March 2023. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and our greatest good? What do we need to know? That's the question. What do we need to know? One more. Oh, magpie off outside. know if you can hear that, if the video's picking that up, but they're having a right old go off at each other out there, which I like. I do love the crows and the magpies around here. In fact, I love all the birds around here. Okay, so at the bottom we've got purification by fire, the bare essentials, the naked truth and wholeness. Okay, this is part of that leaving behind what we no longer need as we evolve. Oh, beautiful Ganesh. Clearing away obstacles, protection and guidance. One of my favourite Hindu gods. So if you're feeling stuck, call on Ganesh for advice. Oh, and even more beautiful energy. We've got healing. Bit of a theme today, isn't it? Reconnecting with your true nature. So yeah, as we cleanse away, burn away the false ego, old mindsets, things like that, it allows our true self to emerge, which is a good thing. Okay, so let's see what the tarot has to say to further this message. So what do we need to know for Thursday the 2nd of March 2022, sorry 2023, messages from Spirit please for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? Let's see, what have we got? Oh, 9 of Swords. Mars in Gemini with the 2 of Pentacles, which is Jupiter in Capricorn. The High Priestess. The Chariot. The 6 of Swords, which is Mercury in Aquarius, which is just leaving. And then we have the 8 of Swords, which is something in Gemini. Where did I put my glasses? Oh, here are my glasses. What's in Gemini? Jupiter in Gemini. Yeah, Jupiter, Mars and the Sun. With the 10 of Swords, we've got the 8, 9, 10 of Swords. What's going on with our mindset? We've got that's the Sun in Gemini. And then we've got the Hermit. And the cards at the bottom, oh, 8 of Cups, Saturn in Pisces, with the Ace of Discs, and we will have the Aeon or Judgment, we have the Emperor as well. Okay, the 7 of Wands, which is Mars in Leo, and the Empress. So we've got the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine out in the spread. Okay, so where we start off today. What needs to be purified and burnt away, and what might we need help with clearing away obstacles? A bit of anxiety. Let me take my glasses off. 9 of Swords, Mars in Gemini. That is where Mars is at the moment still until later this month. I seem to think Mars is moving into Cancer this month. Let's just consult the old moon diary. Mercury entering, Saturn entering, Saturn. Mercury's not in Pisces for very long. Venus there. what we look at Mars. It might actually be in April. Just looking at this. Spring equinox, moon, no, Pluto enters. Oh no, 25th. I thought it was March. 25th of March, Mars enters Cancer. So when you think that Mars has been in Gemini since August last year, quite a long journey. Okay. Anyway, back to the cards. So 9 of Swords. Waking up in the night, anxiety, panic, worry, worst case scenarios, mind running out of control. When we sleep at night and our boundaries and everything sort of relaxes down, it can allow for deep subconscious fears to come up. About current circumstances or things like that, and it wakes us up. It's usually sort of between 2 and 4 o'clock at night or in the morning, waking up just thinking, and it could be about a decision, or if you've made a decision, if you feel you've got a decision to make. I seem to remember yesterday's reading was a lot about decision making. Okay, so maybe you're mulling over and still worrying about decisions and everything. Back and forth with the 2 of Pentacles, the 2 of Discs, Jupiter in Capricorn. Okay, not knowing sort of which way to go. The message is the foundation, the message is the High Priestess. So it's to come back into ourselves, it's to connect to our higher selves, come into stillness and silence, slow our energy down and just tune in and listen to the quiet voice of wisdom within. Okay, if you do oracles and things like that, do some oracles. But the key is to just quieten down that mind. Meditation and things, that doesn't mean like sitting there in silence and everything. It can be. I love doing walking meditations. I love doing medicine walks and things like that. I love journaling. So whatever you use as a meditative tool, use that. Tune into the higher wisdom. Okay, and then the card above, message from Spirit. We've got the Chariot. God, my mind went blank there for a minute. And then the Chariot is riding to victory under our own will, which could be about coming to a decision. It could be about pulling our mind together. Often we see the 2 horses or lions or sphinxes or whatever going in opposite directions, and the job of the charioteer, you know what I mean, is to bring them together and get them going in the same direction. So the horse is representing our choices or our mind, conscious and subconscious, or whatever, and the role is to bring them back into going forward together in the same direction. What we're moving on to next is the 6 of Swords, science, Mercury in Aquarius. So the last day of that today. Okay, in this deck it's about science and logic and clear thinking and rationality, and linear thinking. Okay, maybe as when we're doing that, new innovative ideas come through. Okay, we could bring the breakthrough through. The clarifiers up here, there could be interference. Could come up with a good idea and a rationale, and yeah, it's going to do this, and then the crazy mind comes in again. The old mindsets raise their ugly heads, their opinions. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, what happens if this? But what? And all the self-doubt and everything comes in. The 8 of Swords, which is Jupiter in Gemini, interference. Okay, so every time we pull it all back together and everything, and it's like, okay, yeah, I know I'm okay, I'm doing this, it's all fine. It's going to turn out fine. And then sort of the horses veer off again. The interference comes in, the self-doubt, the little critical parent on the shoulder. What do you think you're doing? Whatever, you know, or whoever your critical parent is, that brings in all the self-doubt and makes you not trust yourself. Okay, and then we move on to the end, to the 10 of Swords, ruin, which is the sun in Gemini, and the sun, sorry, not the sun, the 10 of Swords can be, where the 9 of Swords is about beating ourselves up, the 10 of Swords can be other people and their negative naysaying and things like that. It can also represent coming at the end of that cycle, that old mindset, which feels, for me, the more likely. Often, although often we can blame other people outside of ourselves for all that stuff going on, often when we, you know, sit with it and go into it, you know, it's all stuff that comes up from within us, and rather than face that, we project it onto other people. But actually, you know, go back inside, shine a little light and go and have a look, and it's, oh yeah. And even if it is from other people, those people act as a mirror to reflect back what we're actually really thinking about ourselves. So, you know, it all comes back to us. The answer is the Hermit. To go inside, as I was just saying, to go inside with your little torch, with your little lantern, and find the truth, find the wisdom, and connect in with your own wisdom that truly deeply knows. The cards at the bottom. Okay, we've got the 8 of Cups here, indolence. And now in other decks, this sort of, it means, you know, walking away, sacrificing a comfort zone to go and start a new journey. It's Saturn in Pisces. In this deck, I always see it as the dark night of the soul. Just like the 10 of Swords, you know, in some of the decks, it's about there's coming over the horizon is the first rays of light. Here we have the first rays of light. What we're going through is that dark night of the soul. Okay, so hold fast, hold steady, because new opportunities are coming in. We have the Ace of Pentacles, new openings, new opportunities. Yeah, we're just at the crossroad, at the end of Aquarius, with today with Mercury and with Saturn, and we also have Pluto at the end of Capricorn. So very much, no, we're on the threshold of new energies and a new beginning, all coming in March. In fact, there's quite a lot happening in March. Okay, and then we've got the Emperor, the 7 of Wands, and the Empress. So we've got the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies there together, and in the middle, the 7 of Wands, Valor, Mars in Leo. May need to stand up for yourself, have good boundaries, bringing these two together within and bring them into harmony. The other thing about sort of the 7 of Wands can be that you've won the war. Sorry, no, the wrong way around. You've won the battle, but there's still the rest of the war going on. So if this is a mental conflict within or whatever, then you know, by no means is it going to be the last one that you're facing. You know, you know, even when we think we've got ourselves sorted and we feel ourselves ascend to the next level and everything, and it's like, oh yeah, no, ooh, we've done that one, we've sorted that, we've learnt that lesson. Often, at some point in the future, that lesson will come up again just to test you and see, did you really learn that? Have you remembered and things like that. So, you know, bravely standing there, taking on old mindsets, checking to make sure that sort of that you've learnt the lessons before passing go and collecting £200. Okay, so that's today's reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, then please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell wherever it is for notifications when I'm releasing readings. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then the email in the descriptions box below this video is how to contact me. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, and until tomorrow, thank you for watching.